Let me talk to you about the time that someone tried to get me to work with them for free as a dating coach by trying to manipulate me in the same way that they would try and manipulate you if you were on a date with them. So they came to me, they said they had a problem, that they were never fully committed to anyone. They had never been faithful in any relationship, that they were abusive emotionally, not physically, he said, but to women. And he really struggled with if a woman said, no, I'm not gonna be with you, and he would get super, super abusive. And we were on this call for about an hour and a half, and I let it go on a lot longer than I normally would. And I learned a big lesson from that. But one of the key things that came away from this was he wanted to work with me because he may soon become famous. And he wanted to be able to essentially say, well, I've been working with someone, if anyone ever came out and sold a story. So the first thing that he did was he made me feel sorry for him. And he talked about how he didn't want to be this way and how he really wanted to change. And it's like a trigger within us to have empathy for someone. So when someone admits that they are wrong, that they are working on themselves, we automatically feel sorry for them. It's an automatic trigger, right? Obviously, I've worked with a lot of narcissists over the years, so it doesn't work that well on me. But even then, it did get me a little bit because I stayed on this call for way too long than I should have. The second thing that he did was he made me embarrassed for him. We was on a Zoom call. He adjusted his camera. He made out that his camera fell, like that. And I saw his pants. He was sat in his pants. He had a shirt on. He was sat in his pants. He made me feel uncomfortable because uncomfortable people don't use their brain logically. People that feel sorry for someone, I'm embarrassed for him at this point because I've just seen his pants. And I'm like, can you adjust your camera? It's embarrassing to have to say that to someone. And therefore, this person is now on the they've got the upper hand on you. So that's what they did. And then the third thing was they pushed my boundaries. We went back and forth, and he was like, yeah, I want to work with you. And so I said how much it cost. And he was like, oh, well, I haven't got that. So is there any chance that you could just do it through email? That we could just have sessions through email? And I was like, I don't do that for a start. Yes, I do text my clients. I do talk to them via message, but they're paying clients. I do email my email list. But if you want to work with someone on a one-to-one basis, then it's all in. And he really went on and on about how he really needed his help, but he couldn't afford it right now. But in the future, when he's famous, he's going to have loads of money and he's going to be able to pay me back and all of the stuff. And this is exactly how people, they pull you in because you start to feel sorry for them. And a thought did cross my mind of, how great would it be? Because I actually do want to help people. How great would it be? I've seen it time and time again where I've turned people and helped people who were abusive in relationships to being able to manage to not be like that. So it did make me think, that would be nice to be able to do that. And then I thought, he's pushing my boundaries again. And that is what you need to keep in the back of your mind constantly of, they're trying to get me straight away. Trying to push my boundaries straight away. And once they do it, one time, you'll allow that one time, that sets the path for the rest of your relationship. And yeah, if you want to learn how to make sure that that never happens to you again, then come and join me in my 2-day live masterclass where I will be showing you exactly how I filter people in life. I don't want to be surrounded by terrible people. And how I filtered dates based on what I learned as a probation officer, working with some really extreme behaviours. Comment, I'm in, below. And I will send you the link and I will see you in there. You don't need to have to deal with this anymore. Because I'm going to show you how you can actually find a decent human very quickly, very easily, without going round and round in circles and being exhausted by dating. Before we finish today, I wanted to just jump on and say something that might really help you. If you understand your dating patterns intellectually, logically, but you still keep ending up in the same kind of painful relationships, the same ending, the issue probably isn't your lack of awareness. The issue is probably that the pattern lives deeper than logic, which is why I am inviting you to join me for Wired for Love, my 2-day live masterclass designed to help you stop repeating toxic relationship cycles and begin rewiring your attraction blueprint ready for healthy love. This isn't just about insight, this is about change. And over 2 days, you will discover why you keep getting pulled towards these emotionally unavailable or inconsistent men, why intensity isn't intimacy, how your body might be choosing that familiarity over someone that is actually compatible, and how to stop attaching so quickly, how to rebuild trusting yourself in dating, and how to make calm, secure love feel safe, exciting, and real. You will also get my 10-minute check, which is a dating filter that I have used to decide if someone is a decent human within 10 minutes. More than 1,000 women have done this work already and experienced real shifts in who they choose, how they date, and what they now allow into their life. So if you are tired of almost relationships, tired of overthinking, tired of seeing the red flags but getting pulled in anyway, this is your invitation. Join me inside Wired for Love for just $11.11. Click the link in the show notes and get your ticket right now.